Welcome to Subramani. There's one more longish letter, so I thought I should read this for you. This is Ram. I've been consistently following your YouTube channel for the last couple of months. The wisdom you're sharing is good, etc. So thank you. Thanks, Ram. And I bought the book You Can Be Rich Too and completed it. Very good, which means now we're going to be more goal focused. With the knowledge I gained by following people like you and reading books, I have created my personal financial plan to some extent. I need your expertise, advice, whether I'm going in the right direction or whether any fine tuning is needed. And let me share about my family. I'm an IT professional. My wife is an assistant professor. Recently we have twin baby girls, and currently they are 4 months old. I would like to divide this mail into two parts: my current financial snapshot. And my current financial snapshot is I have health insurance of 10 lakhs, family floater with health insurance provided by my company. Ram, that's not enough, because if you change jobs or if your company decides to change its policy, let's say you're in a very big company and you have not said which company, so assuming you're in a very big company like a Wipro or an Infosys, there is no worry at all that the health cover would be withdrawn, because their base is so high that 1 or 2 or even 10 big claims will not alter the premium. But if you're in a small company with say 50 people or 75 people, and there are some big claims, then they might revise the amount of insurance that you get. They might suddenly exclude your parents and your in-laws from their insurance. Now, if it's a big company, this won't happen. In a small company, this could happen. The other worry is you could change jobs. If you change jobs and you go to another company which does not cover you, you are in trouble. So please get a 5 lakh cover at least for yourself, your wife, and for your parents, whatever is necessary. You have not mentioned anything there. Emergency fund, 6 times the monthly expenses is saved as emergency fund. That's fine, but you also have to realize that your wife has a very stable income, so 6 months is good. But even going forward, don't increase it too much, stick to that figure. Term insurance, I have 1 crore term insurance. I have no clue how much you need, so please find out how much you need, because I think with the 2 kids, and if you have a housing loan or anything, 1 crore may not be sufficient, but I don't have adequate information to say whether it is sufficient. Shares, I have shares worth 2.18 lakhs in my portfolio, which is at a 30% gain. Very good for you. I have 2 lakhs in mutual fund holdings, which is at 23% growth. Please understand, we are going through a reasonable bull phase, so your portfolio is bound to be up. So both me and my wife have individual PPF accounts, and we are contributing. We have about 1 lakh in that as of today. My PF balance is about 10 lakhs. And my CPS balance, I didn't understand what is CPS, so I'll give it a pass. Currently the amount is in bank FDs for emergency. Do you suggest I move it to debt, liquid, ultra short bond funds? Believe me, before April 23rd, 2020, I would have said yes, move it to ultra short bond funds or liquid funds, you will get a higher return. Right now I'm not so sure with what happened in ultra short bond funds, but yes, I would think you should move some money into liquid funds, some money into ultra short bond funds. Maybe keep 50,000, 75,000 at cash at home, in cash at home. If you have a credit card, please understand the credit card also serves as an emergency fund, because now you have 2 very small babies at home. If you have to rush them to the hospital or something like that, you will need money. So that is the time when you should swipe your credit card, and you anyway have 45 days in which to pay it up. So maybe you charge them 1 lakh, 2 lakh, whatever you charge on your credit card, that's also an emergency fund. So yes, some money in liquid funds, some money in ultra short, some money in bank deposits, some cash at home, and a friend or somebody whom you can call up at 3 a.m. and say I want 50,000 rupees, and he'll give it to you without asking any questions. So that all this is your emergency fund. And remember, your credit card is also your emergency fund, especially if you have a job and it's a medical emergency. But don't treat your credit card as an emergency fund, because in case you lose your job and your credit card is being given by the company, by the same bank which is where you have your salary account, these guys are perfectly capable of reducing your limit because you've lost your job. Be very careful about that. But otherwise, if you have a job and your wife is a professor, so if she also has a credit card, you have some more limits there. Even if you get a small credit card of 2 lakhs each, you have 4 lakhs of emergency fund. So that is one thing. Currently, I am holding 30 different shares and I'll keep adding as and when the opportunity arises. Basically, I am a long-term investor. Is it okay to have 30 companies stocks in one demat account? Yes. But the size of your portfolio does not justify 30 companies. 2 lakhs spread in 30 companies is just an average of 7,000 rupees. I think it's too much. You should come down to 10 shares. If I find a company fundamentally strong, can I add it to my list? If so, what is the reasonable number of stocks one can have in a portfolio? About say 5% or 6% should be in one stock. So having more than 20 shares makes no sense at all. I have shortlisted 5 funds, 1 large cap, 1 large and mid cap, 1 multi cap and 2 small cap funds, and decided to do monthly SIP of 15k, which is 3k for each fund. I planned this to be in line with my goal-based planning. All the best. Thank God you have not mentioned the name of the funds. I would not have been able to add any value to that. Sukanya Samruddhi account. I would like to say 1.5 lakh per for my daughters. Under this PPF, can I contribute to add? Can I continue to add funds to PPF or add a nominal account to keep it alive? Sukanya account and PPF are more or less similar. So between all your money, whatever you want to put has to be between that. And putting PPF for ATC may not make sense depending on your salary, your PF, and you have not mentioned anything about a home loan. You have not mentioned anything about buying a house, or which means either you already have a house and you have finished your repayment. If you have a house and you have borrowing and you're repaying, then it may not make sense to put money in PPF and Sukanya until you finish that repayment, because that borrowing could be at a rate higher than the rate at which you are going to get in these two schemes. So put a nominal amount only, even in Sukanya and PPF, if you have a loan, I mean a home loan. You've not mentioned about anything else, so this is fine. Check out on what life insurance your parents have, what your in-laws have, review that. They will need independence insurance, and if you have a house and if your parents have a house, make sure you make a will. And I'm very happy that you have not mentioned the names of funds, etc. That is not what I do. And the reason why I don't do that is simply because that will have to be updated regularly. What I've given you is broad gyan. Given your level of expertise, I think you will be better off meeting with an advisor definitely for your equity and perhaps for even your mutual fund selection. If you know how to do it and you're doing it, then it's fine. But some of the letters that I get, I realize people do not even know the difference between say an ICICI Direct and doing a direct application in a mutual fund. So depending on your level of expertise, either be a DIY or look for an advisor and use an advisor at least for 5-6 years and then decide what to do. Thank you.